Hey Francis, how north? My name is Bridgeman, and this is the Nightly Show. Before we get into our segments, we have a few announcements to make. Finals have once again been canceled this semester, marking the third semester in a row without finals. Now I'm going to pass it off to Jenna for the nightly weather.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nightly Weather. I'm Jenna and this is the weather for the week. Our highs this week are going to be 44 to 51 degrees. The days will be partly cloudy and our lows are going to be 26 to 34, so you might have to scrape ice off your cars this morning. I hope you Knights have a good week and I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Jenna, for the nightly weather. Now I have a few basketball announcements to make before our next segment. Varsity girls basketball has a game on Tuesday. It's a home game. And boys basketball has a game on Wednesday with JV playing first and varsity playing second. We will be live streaming the game on FHNtoday.com/live. Now I'm going to pass it off to Will, and he's going to teach you how to throw a perfect spiral.
Hey guys, I'm Will Perry, and today I'm going to be showing you how to throw the perfect spiral. Alright, so the first step of throwing a perfect spiral is having a correct grip. So what you're going to want to do is get your hand kind of evenly spaced along the laces in a place that's comfortable for you. There's not really a correct position along the laces. Just find a comfortable spot. For me, it's right here. And then you just have a little bit of separation between your palm and the ball. Alright, so the second step, throwing the perfect spiral, starts with your base. You need to have a good base so you can keep your accuracy when throwing. So what you're going to want to do is load your weight on your back foot and lean back, and then point your front foot where you want your football to go, and then keep your grip where you have it. And then what you're going to want to do is step with your back foot as you're throwing the ball over your shoulder and flick with your wrist, like so. Alright, so I've got my assistant Ben here to help me demonstrate. So once you put your steps together that I showed you how to throw a perfect spiral, it should look something like this.
Thanks, Will, for that tutorial. There are various light shows happening in our community, such as Holiday in the Park at Six Flags, Garden Glow at the Missouri Botanical Gardens, and a lot of lights at Family Arena. And next up, we're going to have Ben with his top 5 Christmas movies.
Hello everyone, my name is Ben Cavato and I will be taking you through my top 5 Christmas movies of all time. I will be making a lot of people mad. Home Alone did not make the list. It's just not that good of a movie. Hate to say it, it's not up there for me. So yeah. Coming in at number 5, we have A Christmas Carol with Scrooge, the 3 ghosts. You know, they teach him a lesson about Christmas, get him in the Christmas spirit. Overall, great movie. Would strongly recommend. Number 4, we have Charlie Brown. You know, all the Charlie Browns are great, but the Christmas one is the best. You know, you got the tree that's not really put together. They all work out together and make it a Christmas tree. So that's why that's number 4. Number 3, A Christmas Story. Yeah, but like I was saying, Christmas Story with Ralphie, he gets a new BB gun. You know, don't shoot your eye out. Take one for the team off the eye. Wear those safety goggles. You know, you don't want to eat it. Number 2, we have Elf. Now, if you've never watched Elf, you're not doing Christmas right. Okay, it's great. I mean, the guy puts syrup on everything. He gets to meet his family, and everyone's happy at the end. Spoiler, sorry. 1 is Christmas Vacation. Now, I don't even think this is discussable. It is an obvious number 1. Best Christmas movie, funniest Christmas movie. Get your whole family laughing. And I would strongly recommend. And those are my top 5 Christmas movies. And once again, Home Alone is overrated.
Thanks for the list, Ben. Next up, the Ecology Club is meeting December 21st for their Christmas party. And now for Pet of the Week. This week's pet is Luke Cheney's dog, Farah. She's pretty cute and she's a rescue dog. And now, many families are having a rough year this year. So I implore you to donate to the charities linked below so many families can have a much better Christmas this year. And now, for our next segment, Gabriel is going to present some albums and review them.
What's up, Francis Hell North, and welcome to Album Review, where I'll be dropping some hot takes on some recently released projects and rating them on a scale from 1 to 10. So, yeah, basically all these ratings are based off my personal enjoyment, so if you disagree with me, comment section down below. Alrighty, so for our first album up for this week, we have Grass by High Sun. Now, this nice little bedroom pop EP lays down some pretty chill vibes that are perfect for the wintertime. I think you guys will really enjoy them. It's definitely the kind of album that you can see yourself cozying up on a nice snowy day and, you know, just vibing out to it. It's also got some psychedelic influences, which I'm there for personally, and I really enjoyed it. Now, I've met High Sun in real life, a really cool guy, and makes some pretty awesome music all around, so I'd be remiss if I did not give this at least an 8 out of 10. Solid work. Alrighty, next up on the chopping block, we have the remix version of Kanye's recently released single, Na Na Na. Now, recently, Kanye has not been doing the best in terms of quality of music. Jesus is King was not really the best of his albums, and his original version of Na Na Na, his most recent single, kinda didn't really hit the mark. So this remixed version of it, featuring DaBaby and 2 Chainz, is definitely a refresher, if you will. It definitely, DaBaby and 2 Chainz definitely bring something to the table that wasn't there for the original version. And I gotta say, it definitely improved the song overall, but it didn't really fix a lot of the problems. For example, DaBaby and 2 Chainz vocally contribute throughout the song, which I think is what fixes. The original problem was that Kanye's vocal contributions to the original Na 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 were not great to begin with. So, if the original version of the song was a 3 out of 10, this remix version featuring DaBaby and 2 Chainz is at least a 6 out of 10. Moving on, we now have a cool, chill electronic album called Malware. This is by Dirty Bird. Now, I'm usually not really a big fan of electronic music, but I gotta say, when I was listening to this album and getting deeper into it, there's a lot of different influences that are coming together. I heard some modern R&B, I heard some trap hits, and I even found some lo-fi on the album. There's a little bit of something for everybody. Specifically the song I'm Trippin', I would dare to say it sounds a little bit like if a modern Daft Punk was being filtered through a fuzz tone guitar. It sounds really cool. This project overall, 9 out of 10. Really liked it. Now up on the chopping block, we have, it's this one. Okay. Let me preface this. I'm not a fan of K-pop, but BTS shows up with this album that they've just released. While I was listening to it, I gotta say I was really impressed. There was a lot of different styles that were coming through that I wasn't really expecting. Specifically, I'm referring to the song Fly to My Room. It had some modern R&B on it, modern R&B vocals that I was really feeling, and I gotta say, definitely more impressed with it than I thought I would be, especially since I'm not a K-pop fan to begin with. So, out of fear of the fan base and worrying that they might bring harm to me, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Overall, I liked it and really can't complain about anything. Our last entry on this list is none other than the 90s alternative rock legends, Smashing Pumpkins. Oh my god, I love Smashing Pumpkins. They've made some of the most important albums of the 90s, and I really don't know what the 90s alternative scene, or really the music industry as a whole, would be without albums like Gish and Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. They're truly the masters of their craft. That's what it pains me to say that this new album of theirs is awful. I mean, I don't even know how to pronounce the name. Sire? No. Kyr. CYR. Whatever it is, it's not good. each track on this album is more boring than the last. It's like all of their originality, what made them a great band in the first place, has just been stripped away, just like sucked out of them. It's like they've abandoned what makes them a good band in the first place, is that they were like this almost grunge punk metal combination that had like sometimes some acoustic breaks in them, and that's what made the original Smashing Pumpkins so great. But now they've stooped so low that I'm gonna compare them. This new album of theirs, Cyr, it's like their version of Linkin Park's One More Light, and that was a bad album too. 2 out of 10, not changing my mind. That one stays. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up album review for this week, and I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Brandon Bridgeman.
Thanks, Gabriel. And now we have this week's Drip of the Week.
I'm wearing ripped jeans from Target. I think these were about $20. Old beat up Vans. I think they were hand-me-downs, so I'm not too sure. A Nirvana shirt from Spencer's. I think that was about $20 as well. And a flannel from, I think maybe Goodwill. I think it was about maybe $5 or $10. So yeah.
Thanks for tuning into the Nightly Show. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week.